So it's now been a week and 2 days.
2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks and 2 days. And we just decided to come outside. It's kind of a nice day out. It's only about 90 degrees right now. And there's a little bit of wind, so sorry if it's picking up wind there. But so just if I had to summarize the last 2 weeks, I would say the number one, the food is pretty good. Actually, it's quite delicious. So it's not the kind of diet you may be used to where you're eating a bunch of just bland food. I've actually found a lot of new recipes that I would have eaten without being on a diet.
Absolutely. You feel full. I haven't been feeling like I'm starving at no point have I felt like I'm starving at all. I felt very satisfied in the food too.
And, probably the hardest thing that we both had to go through, probably more so me, is getting over my sugar addiction, which was, I was going through legit withdrawals for days.
I definitely felt it, but I don't drink soda that often, where Dave really did love the soda.
Yeah, so caffeine as well.
So that made it a little easier.
I guess we're still having caffeine with the green tea. So we do let me just finish about the food. So the food is good. And then, of course, like the grains, that was kind of an addiction, too. That's been a little bit hard for me to get over. Like not having the breads, and we haven't been eating rice or anything like that.
Yeah.
We've been really strict, like as far as sticking to, mostly just to the recipes that Dr. Gunby has in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of modified them a little bit, personalized them a little bit. And then, I've made most of the recipes, and I'm not a cook, so they're pretty easy to make. As far as my health goes, I haven't noticed a significant change. Probably the biggest two things that I've noticed in just these short 2 weeks is that my skin feels a lot better.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dave's skin has always, especially on his back, and especially when he has flare-ups, his skin feels like sandpaper. He's got a lot of dry skin, and it's just red, inflamed. Yesterday, when he was having a bad day, his back felt amazing, and instead of having the angry red patches everywhere all over his back, there was just some light pink. I could tell it was irritated. 95% of his back just felt like a baby's bottom, and it hasn't felt like that. I don't even remember the last time.
And I've been noticing it for 2 or 3 days, and I just thought it was me, so I had Jann feel my back, and she about freaked out. So my skin is definitely improved. And then, sorry if it's super noisy out here. We have cicadas, the loudest bug in the entire world.
And obviously ducks.
And they're only here for like a month, and we just happen to be, it's August.
In that time.
The other thing is, my gut, I did have a bad day yesterday. If you watched the daily, updates, then you saw that I had to take pain medicine. I didn't sleep for a whole, I had a rough time. Probably due to the weather, because it is monsoon season.
Yeah, definitely.
But I also, maybe some of the food that I ate. So my gut feels great today, but I think it's mostly from the prednisone. I haven't noticed my Crohn's significantly improved. What I have noticed is with the storms that have been rolling through for monsoon, I feel like my reaction to them has been less. Like it's not
less, significantly
less. So normally I might be doubled up in cramps and a lot more, and I really haven't been, besides just yesterday. That's probably the two biggest things I've noticed. And I've lost 8 pounds. So
we both have lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
And the thing that's crazy is we haven't done an ounce of exercise. Not an ounce. In fact, I have been doing the opposite of exercising.
We need to exercise a little bit.
I am chomping at the bit to get back on my bike, I was doing Pure Barre. That really helped strengthen my core and with my back issues. Because I have osteoarthritis in my back, and if you're having those problems, man, Pure Barre is the way to go. That was really, so I'm way excited to get back to exercising because I just really miss it. Yesterday, I finally had my appointment that we waited 3.5 months for with the rheumatologist. They put me on a low dose of prednisone 5 milligrams. They're going to have me take that for a month. And then also they gave me an anti-inflammatory prescription different than ibuprofen, like 800. I haven't taken that yet. I'm really nervous because of, how Dr. Gundry talks about anti-inflammatories and how they affect your body. Because
the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory.
I'm nervous to take that, and I'm really hesitant. So that would be kind of a last resort if I was really dying. There have been so many days that just early on, even before in the first week that we were on the diet, that I felt amazing again. My energy level wasn't up to where it was before, but I felt so good. It was just remarkable. The thing I love about this diet is the food is good. The food is good, and the food is fairly easy to find. I mean, like water buffalo cheese probably was our biggest challenge in finding. But besides that, everything has been like most of the things just at Costco. I love the fact that our kids have been eating the food and that they've been enjoying it. That should tell you something right there, because our kids...
They're really picky eaters.
They're very picky eaters. Also, I love the fact that I don't feel hungry. I feel very satisfied in what I'm eating. I am the biggest candy eater, biggest candy lover you will ever meet. Seriously.
Candy Jann is her nickname.
You think of Buddy the Elf and times him by 10, and that would be me. And I really haven't even had cravings to eat candy. I mean, other than when I was on that medication. That's been the most shocking thing for me with this.
I would say the first 3 days that was the only time I felt like I was hungry, because we did the cleanse, and it's not like you got the runs, got to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes cleanse.
No.
It's more of just restricted diet.
And your body just is shocked.
You're in shock. It's a rough 3 days.
It's rough.
The first 2 weeks for me, I mean, day 13, up until day 13, I was like lethargic. I was sick.
Definitely.
It was rough. And I just kept remembering,
pushing through.
He said we would hate him for those first 2 weeks, and I wouldn't say I hated him.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But it's rough. It was rough.
Definitely, it was rough.
It's been way better the last 4 days.
Yeah. And I'm way excited in the fact that I definitely have felt improvement. It's definitely been worth it, and the weight loss is just kind of an added bonus.
If you're doing this on your own and you do suffer from arthritis,
pre-make everything you can.
Yeah,
like
because
have
a lot
everything
of them you
on
can.
hand.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be exhausted. The last thing you're going to want to do, it's just going to be so easy to grab something out of the cupboard and just make it and think, well, I'll do better next meal. Don't do it. Pre-make everything as much as you can.
The only reason that I didn't was because I don't suffer from arthritis, so I had the energy and willpower to try. And I was just experimenting, just trying all the different recipes. So it was mostly just... But if you find a few recipes that you like, I would definitely, if you have arthritis, and
get them in the fridge.
Because you have to make the meals from scratch. I mean, you're not buying boxed foods.
No.
So, sorry.
The cicadas are really
loud. I was going to say, you might want to speak up, because I don't even know if we're going to be able to hear you. I'm moving a little closer. Super, super happy with the diet. I'm way excited to see what the progress will be like at 6 weeks. How many days have you felt like, holy cow?
Out of what, are we on day 14?
Yeah.
I would say 6 of those days I have felt almost normal. And which is amazing. Amazing for me. Truly amazing. Because of how terrible I have just really struggled. I'm super anxious to see how we're going to be at 6 weeks, because I think it's been really, really promising just in the last 2 weeks how much progress we've made and how well we both have felt, the changes that we've noticed, and I mean, it's just been remarkable. So I'm really hopeful.
And that's our goal, is to go 6 weeks and be super true, not cheat, stick to everything on phase 2 as much as we can. I mean, if we do it, it'll be accidental, I think.
Sure,
sure. We even went to a party or like a get-together with friends and avoided eating the food that they had, so...
Except they had steamed broccoli, and
they had broccoli, yeah, so that was good. All right, so that's our update for now. I'm going to... Hopefully you can hear this. Now we might need to re-record it, so... Anyway, hang in there if you're just doing this. If you
Absolutely.
haven't started yet, I would say, and you're borderline, I would definitely say do it.
Do it. Absolutely.
Worst case, you're going to learn some new recipes that taste fantastic and are actually good for you to eat. So,
Absolutely.
anyway, all right.